Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe my channel. Unmasking the man behind the headlines. Who was Ryan Wesley Ruth? And the chilling, methodical plot to kill Trump. Let's cut through the noise and get straight to the heart of a story that has gripped the nation and sent shockwaves through the political landscape. You've heard the headlines, methodical plot to kill Trump. And they sound like something ripped from a political thriller. But this is frighteningly real, and at the center of it is a man named Ryan Wesley Ruth. This isn't just about a sensational news cycle. It's about the unsettling reality of political violence and the meticulous planning that went into an alleged attempted assassination of a major presidential candidate, Donald J. Trump, during his 2024 campaign. Ruth is no abstract figure. He is a man whose actions reveal a disturbing, calculated intent that culminated in a tense standoff at a Florida golf club, and the story only gets more bizarre from there. The face behind the conspiracy. So, who exactly is Ryan Wesley Ruth? At 59, Ruth is an American man, originally a construction worker from North Carolina, who had recently relocated to Hawaii. But his life story is much more complex, weaving a decades-long tapestry of legal troubles, outspoken political rhetoric, and a self-styled mercenary persona. Before the spotlight of this high-stakes trial, Ruth already had a history that raised eyebrows. Court records show a pattern of past convictions, including charges in 2002 for possessing a weapon of mass destruction and an automatic machine gun following a standoff with police. He was the kind of person who seemed to live on the fringe, and his own social media posts showed a deeply volatile political evolution. Once a reported Trump voter in 2016, later a fierce critic who expressed regret and disappointment in the former president. He was a man who seemed drawn to global conflict, claiming at one point to have been recruiting soldiers to fight for Ukraine. Witnesses who encountered him even described him as a ticking time bomb, warning authorities of his potential for violence and delusions. This unsettling background is the foundation for the methodical plot he is accused of executing. The fateful day, a sniper's hide at the golf course. The chilling plot came to a head on September 15, 2024. Donald Trump, then a major presidential candidate, was playing golf at the Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach, Florida. This was Ruth's target. Prosecutors laid out a clear picture of a calculated multi-week plot. Ruth allegedly scoped out the location, and on the day of the incident, he positioned himself in a sniper's hide near the fence line, aimed a loaded SKS-style rifle, one with its serial number deliberately removed, at the course. The evidence was damning. Cell phone data showed his presence in the area for weeks, his car contained numerous burner phones, and authorities recovered a backpack, steel armor plates, and even a camera at the scene. They later found a handwritten letter from Ruth addressed Dear World, reportedly confessing his intent. This was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, but I am so sorry I failed you. Crucially, his plot was only thwarted by the swift, heroic action of the Secret Service. An agent, patrolling ahead of Trump, spotted the rifle barrel aimed through the shrubbery. The agent opened fire, and Ruth dropped his weapon and fled, but thankfully he did not fire a single shot, and no one was injured. He was later apprehended on the highway. The high-stakes trial and the shocking verdict. The trial itself was a spectacle. Ruth chose to represent himself, a risky, unconventional move that saw him make bizarre and rambling statements in court, including references to Adolf Hitler and international affairs. He even allegedly filed court documents challenging Trump to a round of golf, stating, "I win, I get his job," and "he wins, he can execute me." The whole proceeding was marked by his highly erratic behavior. Despite his defense, where he argued that since he never pulled the trigger, no crime of intent could be proven, the jury ultimately disagreed. The mountain of evidence showing meticulous planning, including his efforts to acquire military-grade weapons like a rocket-propelled grenade or RPG, or a Stinger missile to shoot down Trump's plane sealed his fate. On September 23, 2025, a federal jury convicted Ryan Wesley Ruth on all 5 counts, including attempted assassination of a major presidential candidate and assaulting a federal officer. The moment the verdict was read, in a final, dramatic twist, Ruth attempted to stab himself with a pin in the courtroom before being quickly subdued by U.S. Marshals. Ryan Wesley Ruth is now facing a maximum penalty of life in prison. His case serves as a stark, visceral reminder of the intense polarization and the chilling potential for political violence in modern America. This was a methodical, cold-blooded plot stopped just in time, and the consequences for Ruth are now the ultimate proof that the law will not tolerate such attacks on the democratic process. His sentencing is scheduled for December 2025, bringing an end to one of the most unsettling legal dramas in recent memory.